So hello everyone, today is Monday, August 22, 2022 and we are doing the Hindu Daily edition. As usual, we'll be first identifying the most important news followed by a detailed analysis of the same. So without wasting time, let's move on to identify the most important news. Okay. Okay, no news relevant to examination on first page. This, okay, you don't have to go in detail, but know this thing, you can use it as a example in cyber security. Okay, as say in the manner that honey trapping of officers, okay, to get informations. This has been on cards for very long time, since Mauryas. I know, I have read that this has been on card, and this is today done through this sextortion thing and cyber crimes, cyber in cyber world, okay, or via the cyber mechanism, okay. Okay, so nothing here as well. Okay. Not required. Not required. Political. What's next on data protection? Okay, we'll be doing this. Making bail impossible again, it will be related to PMLA. Not required, we have been doing it. Okay, tell me, I'll tell you this thing, that there are twin condition for bail, okay, under PMLA. And what is that? Public prosecutor must get chance to to defend, not to grant bail, okay. This is one thing. And second thing is, judges should be satisfied that person is not guilty, okay. In that case only bail can be given. So this is very impossible kind of a thing, therefore it is saying that it is nearly impossible, okay. Let's see what else we have. Text and context, facial recognition technology, a good case study, okay, of utility of science in public administration, criminology, logical studies, in two things, okay. You can use this case study. I'll do the gist for you. Fine. The controversy around Nepal new citizenship law. Let's see. I think it's a kind of misogynist. So I'll see. And if I can get a point from here, then you can write it in women issue. NFT, non-fungible tokens. Okay. The OpenSea tail on NFT. We'll do the gist first and see if required we'll go inside it. And then we reach here again. UPI, not planning to levy charges on UPI. Okay. Yes, they should not levy charges on UPI, or else people will go back to the hard money. Okay. Mm-hmm. Look, this freebies issues, it has been in news for quite a long time. So I'm expecting a question in mains. Okay, and the question can be of the form positives of freebies justify it. Okay, I am expecting this kind of question because freebies has been in news for very negative reasons, right? So it's the nature of UPSC to go 180-degree across, and therefore I am saying that freebies positive and justification of the same may be on the cards or commenting on it. Okay, so you have to see it, just make notes out of it if required, and then we are on the world page. Okay, so we are done identifying the news. Now let's move on to analyze the same. Let's see, there were nothing up here on these pages. There was one case study that I have already mentioned, extortion one. So let's directly start this data protection. Look, why is this article coming? Two reasons. Number one, wait, yes, what is the number one? Data protection bill has been rolled back by government, rolled back in parliament. Okay, citing reasons that parliamentary standing committee has given 100 plus amendments to it. Okay, so a new bill is on the cards. And second thing is, when new bill will come is not known. Okay, so therefore you will see this thing often in news. So there is a chance that you can get a question into this year mains. Again, look, questions of mains are very predictable, right? If you are a regular newspaper reader, so main question can be on data protection aspect and its data protection aspect, simply commenting on it. Okay, commenting with positive, negative and your views, right? So I think in that purpose it may come. There is a very high chance. Okay, so two of these, this PMLA and this thing, data protection is high on cards this year. There are two issues that the new law will take, the nature of protections it will offer. That's what I said. Look, reading newspaper daily is actually a boon in UPSC. Okay, the withdrawal of PDP from Parliament came as a surprise, particularly after so much effort was put in over the last 5 years. Between August 17 and July 18, a 10-member committee chaired by former Supreme Court judge drafted the bill. And what was the name of the committee? Justice B.N. Sri Krishna Committee. Okay, remember this name, this is very important. The committee included four senior government officers. The bill was then revised by the government, approved by cabinet, tabled. Subsequently, a joint parliamentary committee (JPC) comprising majority of BJP members reviewed the bill and submitted its report. The withdrawal does not reflect well on government, the entire process having been played under its regime. This also suggests uncertainty about future of creases. Okay, privacy regulation in India. One way to understand this decision is to go back to the genesis of the law, which arose out of Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India case, the case of privacy, okay, as fundamental right, where court held that right to privacy has both positive and negative aspects. The former implies that need of the state to actively take measures to protect individual privacy. Thus, government was more or less forced to initiate drafting of DPL. The experience also tells us something about limits of judicial inductment for regulation, for which active efforts of the two other branches of the state is needed. The options of delay and dilution are always available. Okay, which could be put which could put it at a disadvantage. Okay, so delay, obviously delay, amendments, Okay, these are very negative for new and progressive laws, right? However, a law can also promote regulatory certainty, thereby opening up the possibility of increased data flows and the growth of data processing business. For a state, a law could limit intrusive data processing by state agency, but it could also promote geopolitical, a strategic or regulatory interest. Similarly, individual could benefit by restriction on harmful data processing, but on other hand, a poorly drafted law could legitimize certain intrusive practices. Each version of the law, the 2018 bill of the Sri Krishna Committee, the 2019 bill introduced by Parliament, and the version of the JPC in 2021 faced different type of critique from different stakeholders. For instance, law enforcement interests were seen as being obstructed by 18 draft, leading to broad exemptions in 19. However, what appears striking is consistent dilution of the focus of the data privacy from 18 version onwards. From being the centerpiece of legislation, privacy protection was increasingly being seen as one of the several objectives being pursued. This was most clearly in JPC recommendation, which sought to significantly revise the scope of law. The JPC recommended moving away from personal data protection law towards a law to govern the entire data ecosystem. It further suggested putting in place a number of broader restrictions on social media and on other entities. Okay. This attempt to solve multiple problems in digital ecosystem saw an already broad law being turned into omnibus bill. This made one question the ability of properly implement it. In addition, the provisions related to many issues were lacking in detail. For example, the provision related to processing data by the state, governance of non-personal data, and regulation of social media could have been fleshed out with greater substantive and procedural details, which which is required to balance the complex competing interest at hand. Okay, so this is one part of it. The way forward. Looking forward, there are two critical issues: the form that new law will take and the nature of protection it will offer. On the first issue, the government has suggested that it will introduce multiple legislation comprising of new comprehensive legal framework. This is the right approach, as trying to fit all objectives related to the digital ecosystem or even data governance into one bill would be a mistake. It is healthy to maintain some polycentricity with government governance of a complex digital economy, and different law and agencies should coexist. It would be idle if bill addressed a single concern. If each bill addressed a single concern a single coherent set of objectives. For instance, one personal data protection bill should not be burdened with the objective with other objectives. Similarly, separate law could deal with the issue concerning state surveillance, issue on the data economy, such as dealing with competition related concern arising out of monopolization of data by certain entities. Over time, such a system may lead to more balanced and beneficial result. In short term, however, the government would do well to put in place scientific personal data protection law, specific data protection law, given the effort already dedicated to this. Fine. The second issue is the nature of privacy protection and the new law will provide to individual. The 18 law on which future drafts were based borrowed heavily from the right-based European GDPR, okay, General Data Protection Regulation. This framework was however criticized by some due to perceived unviability in Indian context. For instance, creating a cross-sectoral data protection entity with power to take significant coercive action is seen problematic given the rule of law capacity and regulatory constraint in India. Some of these issues could be addressed in creating the new DPR or DPL. Okay, first it should be so this is the actual way forward. Okay, based on approach that DP, so the regulatory focus is directly towards addressing the source of potential harm. Second, based on risk assessment, the law could enable co-regulation and self-regulation. This could reduce the compliance burdens on entity without significantly affecting the rights of the person or rights of protection. Third, the current version of the law was weak and on accountability measures for data protection regulator. The new bill should include more provisions to ensure that regulator use all his power well. These includes provision related to appointment, consultants, reporting, and so on. Fourth, even while law is being drafted, the government should invest in building some administrative capacity to implement it. So when law is even truly passed, implemented can begin soon after. This has been previously done with SEBI and PFRDA, okay, Provident Fund Regulating Authority. Finally, it is vital that new law is framed based on the transparent and meaningful consultations with the stakeholder. The most important thing that this government is lacking. Okay, so good article, right? Not very good, not the best one that I have read till now, but a good article. You can make notes out of it if required. I see things coming just opposite to it. So what are the implications of not having a data protection bill? Right, like this you can expect a question here. PMLA I have already said what you can expect. Okay, the face recognition technology, FRT, right? RTI responses received by Internet Freedom Foundation reveals that Delhi police treats matches of above 80% similarity of generated by its facial recognition technology system as positive result. Facial recognition is algorithm based technology which creates a digital map of face by identifying and mapping an individual facial feature which matches against the database. Okay, so you have already seen this in many movies, science fiction movie. Now in almost all the movies we have this. Okay, the Delhi police first obtained FRT from purpose of tracing and identifying missing children. Okay, as per the direction of Delhi High Court versus Sadhana Haldar. Extensive research into FRT has revealed that its accuracy rates fall starkly based on race and gender. This can result in false positive where a person is misidentified as someone else, or a false negative where a person is not verified as themselves. The technology can also be used as a tool to facilitate state-sponsored mass surveillance. This is always they say. Okay, fine, there is a technology, so there will be always two things are always there: false positive and false negative. Possibility is always there, you cannot get rid of it, right? So there is this thing, and state based surveillance, yes, possibility is there, a very high possibility is there, it cannot be denied, but okay, we have to see in that context what is the utility, right? Nepal law. On August 16, Nepal president sent back the Citizenship Amendment Act to lower house. The act main criticism was that it goes against the gender justice. It says that person who is born to Nepalese mother and an unidentified father can be granted citizenship by descent, but if the father is a foreigner, the citizenship by descent would be converted to naturalized citizenship. Okay. However, people of the Tarai region and Madhesi people party support the act. Fine. Just know this thing. And it is not misogynist, right? The OpenSea tale on the future of NFT, non-fungible token. Okay, you understand NFT? If you don't understand, then you see that you have a computer based token that is unique to you, given in respect of any physical software, art, etc., uniquely etc., created by you, which is unique. It's just like a GI tag. Okay, you can compare the two. GI tag is given to unique products from a region, and this NFT, non-fungible token, is given to you as a sign that yes, you have this thing on the net that is very unique to you. Okay. OpenSea is said to be one of the largest NFT marketplace. Earlier this year, the platform was valued over 13 billion after raising around 300 million in venture capital. In January, OpenSea's monthly volume Ethereum shot over 4.8 billion. However, after the crypto crash, both Bitcoin and Ether fell and more than half in value during first 6 months. Daily transactions in OpenSea have been gradually declining since then. July 14, OpenSea co-founder and CEO announced that it was hard day for the company, which was firing 20% of the team. Look, here it is written. What are NFT? NFT are digital asset whose ownership is verified through transaction record stored on blockchain. Artwork, digital avatars, accessory monkeys, accessorized monkeys are some of the most commonly traded NFT. Okay, so it's just like that. Give it a read. If you don't understand it, then let me know. But just know one thing: compare NFT with GI tag. You will mostly it is same. Okay, and if you don't understand even then give me a comment. I'll make a video on entire NFT concept itself. It's an easy concept. Try to read things. Look, I'm not here to spoon feed you, right? I can just give you hints that yes, you can go here and there, and but you have to do it yourself. This is your examination. Fine. So you have to see what you can do to it. Okay, so yes, we are done identifying the most important news followed by a detailed discussion. So it's time to say a goodbye to you. So goodbye all. Good luck, study hard, and consider subscribing the channel, liking the content, commenting and sharing, right? So bye bye all. Jai Hind. So friends, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe our channel and share this video with your friend. Follow us on Telegram as well. Also, keep studying hard, keep following your dreams and keep tuned to our channel. Comment below for any suggestion. Till then, goodbye, good luck, keep studying hard.